Hello children, this is part second of lesson number second. Today day is Friday and date is 24/7. Chapter heading Nutrition in Animals. Now first recap what we have learned in previous video. We have learned about steps which is involved to obtain nutrition by animals and how amoeba takes its nutrition. Today's topic I will explain you digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. These are the steps which involve to obtain nutrition by animal. And you can see on screen, it's your today's assignment. You have to do new words and you have to complete page number 33 and 34 exercises. You can see this how the food is passes from small intestine to large intestine and lastly it's removed from our body. See this, the big black portion which is undigested food is passes through our small intestine and lastly it's a place, it's called a anus. It's removed from our body. So now it's summary time. Today we have learnt about whole digestion process. What is the use of stomach, and stomach have hydrochloric acid, mucus, digestive juices. What is the work of pancreas and how it's removed from our body. Hello children, yesterday we have learnt about 5 steps to obtain nutrition by animals. We have learnt about how amoeba takes its nutrition. We have learnt about different types of teeth and they can be categorized into two, temporary set and permanent set. Now we will start with our second step of that digestion process. It's now let's start. So tongue, mouth and nose and tongue. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ present in the mouth. It has to mix saliva. The watery substance which is present in your mouth, it's called saliva. So this saliva is held to chew your food easily and to help in swallowing easily. On your tongue you have a 4 different tastes: sweet, salty, bitter and sour taste. Then the food from mouth to esophagus, it's moving from mouth to esophagus. It's a food pipe. To first it's moving towards the stomach. The first process of digestion, it start from your mouth where the food is mixed with the saliva. Saliva is secreted by the salivary glands. They have so many digestive juices to break down the starch into sugar. As you know that starch is a complex carbohydrate and sugar is simple carbohydrate. So we can easily and fastly digest. And saliva also make your food slimy. Once the food is swallowed, the food passes from the mouth into long tube. This is called esophagus. The wall of the esophagus contract and relax. Contract, they come near to each other and they relax. They will go far from each other. This movement is called peristaltic movement. So your food will be easily passed from esophagus to stomach. Then the further digestion is take place in your stomach. The inner wall of the stomach secretes digestive juices, hydrochloric acid and the mucus. You can see this stomach part. So inside the stomach they secrete digestive juices, hydrochloric acid and mucus. So in stomach, proteins break down into simpler forms. Hydrochloric acid kills microorganisms if it is present in our food. Then the food which is semi-digested, it's not totally digested, it's semi-digested. This food is passed into the small intestine and it's called a chyme. It's called a chyme. Then before this, the liver secretes the bile juice. The liver secretes the bile, which play an important, you can see this bile duct is there. So from this duct means it's a kind of pipe. So from this bile duct, the bile is secreted. It's play an important role in the digestion of the fat. Then bile is stored in organ called the gallbladder is there before being released into the small intestine. The secretion of the pancreas called the pancreatic juice help in the breakdown of carbohydrate into sugar, proteins into amino acids and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. You can see this pancreas is there. So many digestion processes held in your small intestine. So mainly your food is digested in your small intestine. Then this food is passes from small intestine to large intestine. The main job of the small intestine, this one it's your small intestine, to absorb as much as the nutrient obtained as a result of the digestion. The lining of the small intestine have a finger-like projection, this kind of projection. So from this finger-like projection, small intestine take as much as nutrients from the food. This is called villi, and in singular we can say villus. Then this chyme now passes into the large intestine where water and minerals are absorbed. So this process is called absorption. Now it's your assimilation part. The nutrients that are absorbed in the blood are transported to the rest of the body. The final product of the carbohydrate is converted into glucose and its breakdown into carbon dioxide and water in the cell with the help of oxygen which we breathe, and then energy is released. Amino acids are used for repairing worn out cells and tissues. Fatty acids and glycerol acts as a energy reserves and are stored for the further use. Now it's your digestion part is there. After absorption of water and minerals, see this is large intestine, and large intestine, what is the function of large intestine? Where water and minerals are absorbed. Otherwise the mainly digestion is held in the small intestine. And this is the last part of this large intestine, it's an appendix. Now there is no use of this, and because we are vegetarian and non-veg, but we are not eating the raw flesh of the other animals. And lastly it's an anus. From this, the undigested food which is semi-solid, it's removed from our body.